I try to do my empties twice a year so that I have a big juicy pile of empties every 6 months. I do them between Christmas and New Year's, and then I do them now in the summertime. And I have a basket full of stuff that I have used up. Of course, if you have a smaller collection, you might even use up more products than this, but I have a very vast collection, and I like going through my collection and using a little bit of everything. I rarely like pan makeup products because I have so many, and I'm gonna be honest, I love a lot of them. So a lot of these are gonna be like skincare and hair care and products like that, but there is actually quite a lot of makeup products this time as well. Plus, there is also a bunch of fragrance products like perfumes, and there is 1 or 2 products that I'm like decluttering because they've gone old. And I thought no point in me saving them to the declutter series that I'm doing in December just to tell you that these products have gone old. So let's start at what I usually have the most of, which is dry shampoo. This, I think I have 2, no, I have 3. I love the Batiste Dry Shampoo. I have a cherry, I have a Lakeside Retreat. Ugh! The dry shampoo is living in a different tax bracket. And then I have the Fresh Breezy Citrus. Some of these are a little pretentious, okay? I will say, I actually really like the cherry. I usually don't like cherry, but this one smelled really nice. And I think I ordered like a discounted pack off Amazon, and I basically got a bunch of different scents. I think this one I bought myself. This one is my favorite scent. I mean, the name is, again, in a different tax bracket. Lakeside Retreat, aquatic with subtle florals. Boy. This is aquatic, and it's almost a little unisex, and I think that if I see this one in store, I will repurchase. Also, my makeup look, I know, it looks amazing. I did film this one. I will link the look down below. If I remember, I can link the products that I'm using as well. I have not been as good as linking what's on my face as of late because it takes a really long time. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't always have that time, but I will do my best. But at least link where the look is available. I really enjoy it. It's a full face Get Rid of Me, and I think it looks beautiful. So I will say, Batiste is my favorite dry shampoo, except I also love the K18 dry shampoo, but it's very expensive. I think it's $48, and that one, they both have their purpose. I love the K18, and that's probably going to be in my next empties because I keep using it all the time. This one is more like a dry shampoo. The K18 goes on wet and then it dries down. It's a little different. I mentioned it in the best and worst of beauty so far, if you're interested in seeing that. But I love the Batiste dry shampoos, and I've tried a lot of expensive dry shampoos, and I will say I still think the Batiste is the best one. Does it leave a little residue? Maybe. I have blonde hair, so I will say I don't notice it as much. Do with that information as you will. I also have been using up both of my RnCo balloon sprays. Like, both of these are empty. This is a dry volume spray. Love this product. The only reason why I decided to use these up and move them out of my collection is, first of all, they're a little old. It's a great product. I don't love the scent of it. The scent is a little like almost herbally, and I don't know if I love that for my hair, but the product is great. It gives great volume and air to your hair without making it like tangly or frizzy. I think it is a beautiful product. I just don't love the fragrance of it, so I've actually been using other products, but I did use up both of these to move them out of my collection. I do actually use a texture spray or a volume spray. I actually use that quite a lot. I also used up one of my sunless tanners. This is the Bondi Sands Aero self-tanning foam 1 hour express. I don't use this now. I don't have any self-tanner on because I actually really love being outdoors and getting some sun outdoors, but I use this one during, I would say, the winter half of the year. So I usually start using it around October, November, and then I use it up until early May. Usually this is my routine. I wake up Monday morning, I put this one on, I have my coffee, I answer my mails, and an hour, 2 hours later, I take a shower, and that tan I keep on for the rest of the week, and then again on Monday, I do it again. This gives you a slight tan. It is a 1 hour express. It makes you like 1 or 2 shades darker, but it doesn't give you that intense crazy fake tan. And I also think that this one is very true in color to the tan that I get out in the sun. I like being the same shade all year around for like makeup purposes and foundations and stuff like that. I mean, that's a very vapid reason for wanting to be the same shade, but honestly, I don't want to have 2 shades of all of my favorite foundations. It's easier for me to do that once a week. Oh, here's another volumizing spray. This is a dry texturizing spray. This is from Oribe. I really, really like this one too. I think it is a really good spray. This one smells better. This one smells way better. I will say I have been using one from Bumble and Bumble, which is also really good. It also comes in a small size so that I can travel with it, and it's a little bit more affordable, and that's the one that I'm using right now. I have it in the big size and I have it in the small size from Bumble and Bumble, and I think that that one is as good, and I like that it comes in a small one so that I can travel with it, because I do use a lot of volumizing or texturizing sprays because I have a very fine silky hair and it needs something to not be like whoop, whoop, whoop. If you're interested in any of these products, by the way, I will try and link everything to the best of my ability down below. I got this sent to me from Pacifica and I used it up. This is the Vegan Collagen Hydrating Shampoo and Conditioner. I think this one is good, but it is not conditioning or hydrating enough for my, I want to say like Scandinavian bleached hair. If you have bleached hair, because I do get highlights to get my hair from this color, like this like more dark blonde, to this like more lighter blonde, it doesn't do enough for hair that's been used with like some kind of a bleach. So I think this is a good series, but it's not good enough, not hydrating enough for my hair. But I used it up and then I realized that like I'm actually missing what I had before. I also put this one in here. I usually do, I used to say in the beginning when I did empties, I'm like, I'm not putting shower gel and deodorant in here. Like, oh, that's just basic hygiene. Nobody wants to know. Okay. I do that when I want to share something with you. This is the Luigi shower gel from Lush. They did a collab with Mario, and I bought both of the shower gels, and I have a plenty of different shower gels in my shower that I go in between. I have one that's like a little pick-me-up. I have one that I use before bed. I have one that makes me smell a little sexy. Like, I have different ones. This one smelled like apple. The reason why I put this in here is because I will never purchase a shower gel from Lush again, because first of all, it's so thick that it's really hard to get it out of the bottle. I actually had to unscrew it and pour it out. That was not convenient, and also it's got so much coloring in it, like artificial coloring, that it stains my hands. So I'm going into the shower to become clean and it stains me green. This was bright green, brighter than this green here. What's the point? Make it make sense, like explain it to me like I am a toddler. No, that's too much. That's too much. I've gone through a couple of like cleansers because I always double cleanse my face. Sometimes I even triple cleanse my face, where I will start with, and this one I've gone through, this is a micellar water. This is from Dermaceutic. And sometimes I will triple cleanse. If I have a lot of makeup on, I will start with a micellar water just to lift things. And then I will go in with an oil cleanser or like a balm. And then I will end with a cleanser that I can wash away with water. If I only do the oil cleanser, I will get breakouts. If you have problems with breakouts, try double cleansing. Do not just use an oil or a balm. For me, that's the highway express to getting breakouts. And I don't suffer from breakouts. I have one now here, and it's like unusual for me. I don't get breakouts, but I've really enjoyed this micellar water. It worked really good. I've used it up. I also have another one here. This was like an eye makeup remover. And again, I used this one as a first step when I'm triple cleansing. When I have like a full face of makeup, I might have like eyeliner and a lot of eyeshadow, and I might have like a very full coverage foundation that I've set down all over with powder. I really need to lift everything. This is from NCP Essentials. This is an old one, but now I've used it up. I've also gone through 2 cleansers that I said is my last step, the one that washes off with water. This one is from Skin Proud. This is the Velvet Cloud Cleanser. I actually really like this one. This was one of those, it's a liquid in here and you pump it and it comes out into a foam. And let me tell you, this was a very hydrating foam. I remember when foams first started coming out, like the foam cleansers, they were very dehydrating. It left your skin feeling like they were like squeaky clean to a point where like it took away all the things that you need as well. This one didn't do that. I actually really enjoyed this one. I also gone through a jelly moisturizer. I felt like I liked it, but it wasn't hydrating enough. And then this one. Why do they do makeup removers in white packaging? Look at this. Because I've like, you know, I do my first cleanse and then I reach for this one to get the second cleanse. And then of course my hands are like a little dirty, so this bottle like ends up being blah. This is the Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser from Peach and Lily. And I've used this one up and I feel like I remember, yeah, this one smelled not amazing. It smells like ingredients and almost like tangy, sour ingredients, and I didn't love the scent of it. And I will say, this second cleanse is usually not on my skin for a really long time. What I need this second cleanse to do is just to remove all the things that I've loosened up with oil remover. I needed to remove all of that without stripping my skin. And I feel like both of these products did that, but I do prefer something that smells a little, it doesn't need to have a scent, but I need something that at least either smells like something, because I'm using one from Drunk Elephant now and it works great. It smells like nothing and it feels weird because it smells like, I'm not loving it. I need it to be a little scented. I need something. So I do like both of these products. This one I didn't love the scent, but that's just a me thing. I do love Peach and Lily. I think they make amazing products. Oh, I also have a candle here. Fantasy Cosmetica. I'm burning another one of these candles right now. This is the Suspicious Bookshelf, and this is the one that smells like tobacco. It smells so good. This one has one of those like big wicks that crackles and gives you a bigger flame. And these are, I'm pretty sure that these are handmade by the company and you can buy them online. Beautiful. It comes with this metal lid as well. And they have several different scents and I can't wait for them to come out with more. They're so good. They even have one that's the one I'm burning now. It's roses and I usually don't like roses, but oh my God, their rose candle is so good. I love it. So really recommend the candles from Fantasy Cosmetica. They're absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I will link everything down below if you don't know where to find these. I think my discount code works with that as well. Okay, let's talk about deodorant. Again, I'm a broken record, but I try to mention these when I do my empties. When I moved to the US, I could not find the kind of deodorants that I like, which is these, the liquid ones with the ball. I could not find these here and I was like, what is going on? So I had to buy them from Amazon because I don't like those deodorant sticks. I feel like they are creamy and greasy and I feel like, yeah, they're not liquidy like this one, but this one, if you just leave it for 2 minutes, it dries down. And then for me, I stay dry all throughout the day. And if I do sweat, it smells good. That's all I'm asking. I want it to keep me from sweating, but if I do end up sweating because it's super hot or I'm like doing something, at least I smell good. The creamy ones, they never dry down. I feel like I'm smeary under my arms for the entire day and they don't help with anything. So I don't like those at all, but I do really like these and you can buy these. I think I found them at Amazon. I will link them down below. I know a bunch of you have tried it and you've let me know that you really like them. So I'm just letting you know if you have the same predicament as me when it comes to deodorants in the US. I've been using the tretinoin from Dermatica for quite some bit. And I still have here. I did a sponsorship with Dermatica, I want to say last year. I want to say about a year ago. I think it was like spring or something. And I've been using their products since. I actually am pretty low. So I need to make a new order and buy some more. But I use the tretinoin. They do a tretinoin and niacinamide mix for me. I use them almost every day. I would say I use them about 5 times a week. And that's probably why they last a little longer for me. But I really need to get another one. And I really need to go up a higher percentage of tretinoin in mine. But if you're like me and you don't want to go and get a prescription somewhere, you just want to do it online and they send you prescription skincare to you. This part is not sponsored. Now I am purchasing these myself. I really do like Dermatica. I highly recommend them. I think I have one more skincare product to talk about, and that is the Pixi Rose Flash Balm. If you have been on my channel for a bit, hey, how many of these have I gone through? This is not the first time I've gone through one of these. I love this product. This is it says it's a 3-in-1 moisturizer, primer, and mask. I use it as a moisturizing primer before makeup. I also love traveling with this one because it is a primer and a moisturizer all in one. It gives enough moisture for me before makeup without being greasy or dewy, and it leaves your skin looking smooth without being that like silicone-y weird feeling on the skin. You can use a bigger amount on your skin as a mask and then wash it off, but I think that if you just use a bit and use it as a moisturizer, I think it's perfect. I love this one. I've gone through another one and I kind of already miss it. If I see this one on sale or if Pixi sent me one of those like 20% off coupons, I might buy another one because I love this one. Oh, and it says Rose Flash Balm and it does smell like roses, but it smells like fresh roses, not the poopery weird roses, fresh roses. Before we go into fragrance empties and makeup empties, I want to talk about 3 products that I actually decluttered from my collection because they have gone bad. The first one is this Lawless powder. This is the Perfecting Powder Skin Smoothing Powder in Light. This one, I actually used this recently and then I smelled it and I was like, it has definitely gone bad. It smells really, really bad. So that's how I know that makeup has gone bad. If they smell like fermented crayons, listen, that is probably the best description I've ever had on this channel. If it smells like fermented crayons, it's gone bad. It's going in the bin. I also am decluttering the Black Opium one. I don't know what happened with this one. It still smells okay, but the liquid has gone dark yellow and you can't spray it without staining everything around you. I accidentally stained my floor with this one because I sprayed it and I got a drop on my floor. It stained my floor and I stained a white t-shirt with this one. So something has happened with this one. I'm not staining any more clothes with that. It's going out. I'm also decluttering the LH Cosmetics Matte Attack Primer. I love this primer, but I don't know if you can hear. That is the primer. It's totally dried up in the packaging and I don't understand why, because I love this primer. And I used one of them up and then I bought another one to use it again. And I don't know if like something happened with that batch or if they changed the formula, but this one like dried up in the packaging. What is this? This is like primer or maracas. It's so weird. So yeah, I'm decluttering that one because I can't use it. It's actually a pebble. Okay, let's talk about the 2 fragrances that I've gone through. These are not like full-size fragrances, but I have so many fragrances. So the fact that I was trying to spray both of these fragrances on me, realizing they are out. I'm like, is this broken? It's not broken, bitch. It is out. I used it up. This is the Kayali Eden Juicy Apple. This smells so good. Okay, so here's the thing. I have the full size of this one, and this is the small one, but I got the full size sent to me as PR. This one I bought myself, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I got the full size. That is so generous. And now I can, with good conscience, like use this even more. So I started experimenting with this one. I mixed it with so many different ones. This one together, oh my God, this one together with the Invite Only from Kayali. If you own both of those, it turns into this beautiful, spicy, apple sexy scent. It's so beautiful, but I used it up and I was going to use it yesterday and there was nothing left in this one, so I couldn't spray it. Another one that I used, and I know why this one is out, and this is actually just one of the ones from Scentbird. I use a lot of Scentbird. I get Scentbird every month myself. I have my own subscription, but there's a lot of indies. There's a lot of fragrance in this. And even though I use fragrance more than once every day, I go and spritz myself at least twice, sometimes 3 times a day. I never go through these because there's so much in this. This is why I'd really recommend Scentbird if you are looking to try out a scent, or if like, this sounds like it's a sponsorship, it is not. I don't work with Scentbird every month, but this one I gone through, and I know the reason why I gone through this is because this is such a great everyday scent, and I have brought this traveling and I put this in my bag. And when we were doing the Austin, like the Austin little retreat that we're doing this weekend, I tossed this into my purse because I was like, this is the perfect daytime fragrance that is interesting and very my style. And it can still be an evening time fragrance because it is interesting enough. And this is the Etat Libre d'Orange I Am Trash, which it is not. It's not trash, it is treasure. And it smells, I think this might be apple too. Is this apple? Wait, let me Google. Is this apple? This might be apple too. Am I into apples? Maybe apple is my new thing with fragrances. Main note, apple. But this one, main note, I think this one has a red apple in the main note, and this one is green apple. It's a little bit more tart. And this one is apple, sandalwood, a lot of woods, and it has cedar in it. And I can definitely smell, it's a special wood, and there's a little rose in here, but this is a more tart, tangy apple fragrance, and I used it up. I brought this, I put it in my purse, and I was gonna like reapply, and I was like, is this not working? And it's working perfectly fine. It's just out. So I used that one up, so I really enjoy those two. And I wonder if you can do the same fragrance twice at Scentbird, because I can see myself getting this one again because I really like it. It is such a fresh, sexy, but still fresh, And it is not offensive in any way, but it's still very, very different. And I have truly been enjoying it because clearly I used it up. Okay, let's talk about mascaras. I have a bunch of mascaras here and I don't love all of them equally, even though I've gone through all of them. And first, let me tell you, I used the Colourpop Level Up Lengthening Mascara. This is okay. This is the kind of mascara I would never use on its own. It's a fine mascara, and if I am putting lashes on, I could use this one because it doesn't really matter that much. It does have a really nice, oh my god, it does have a really nice applicator that's a little thinner. I wish it was shorter, but at least it's not fat. So I used this one up. It was perfectly fine. Not my favorite mascara, but it's perfectly fine. This one I really love. This is from Clio. This is the Superproof Long Curling Mascara. This wand is amazing. I love this mascara. Same here. I've done a sponsorship with this brand, but like I love this mascara. It is a beautiful mascara and I can definitely use this one on its own, and I love the applicator. I also love the Tower 28 mascara. This is the, I think it's like MakeWaves or something. Yeah, MakeWaves mascara. This is the black one. I think it comes in brown too. And I bought this mascara myself. Love the wand. It is a plastic bristle. This is a mascara that is the perfect amount of compromise between curling, length, and volume. This is a beautiful mascara, and I do wear this one a lot when I don't wear falsies as well, which I do sometimes. I mean, I tend to always wear falsies, but I'm trying to be more okay with not always wearing falsies. Does this make sense? And since then, I have actually been on the Tower 28 PR list. So I've gotten this one in PR. I went through the one in, I think this one might be the one I got in PR actually, and I have repurchased it. And I've already repurchased this one. And I also gone through this one. This one I don't love. And I will say this one didn't last as long as the other ones. I don't really know why, but this is the Betty Boop mascara. And I don't love this one, but usually when I have a mascara, I try to like go through it. Because like, why not? It's a mascara. I always go through mascaras, like it makes sense. So this one, I really, really didn't like love it, but I still think it's like, okay. This is, if I'm not totally mistaken, I tried to use this up quickly because I was like, I want this out of my life. I think this is a, what is it called? A tubing mascara. So if you're looking for that, this one is fairly affordable. This one is a little funny because like the lid went a little broken. So I had to like use it like this at the end, which is a shame with the packaging. This one, when I started going through my empties, this is the Lottie London Superfake mascara. It literally, I looked through my empties and of course I wish that this one didn't break, but like here we are. I looked through my empties and I'm like, oh, I missed that one. So I think I'm gonna go and repurchase this one. Okay, I see I can find it at Walmart. So I think I'm gonna probably order that one because I missed that mascara. That was a great mascara. Like it's so great. I got it in PR, I used it up and I miss it and I wanna repurchase it. It is a great mascara. I see that it is under $8 at Walmart. I will link it down below. Big fan. Big fan. If you're looking for a nice, again, it is the perfect compromise between curling, lengthening, and volumizing, but it's not too thick because I feel like sometimes the mascaras that are only meant to be volumizing, they're too thick and smeary and they just end up looking goopy. And I also think that the brushes sometimes are just too big. I don't love it. So this one is great. I will link it down below. I definitely recommend it. I also used up a Major Brow Lamination Gel by Patrick Ta. I have this in my brows today. This is still my favorite. I will say from the drugstore, there is a really good lamination one from Physicians Formula that I definitely recommend as well. When I have used up the one that I am using right now, I have another one from Patrick Ta that's open. I will use the Physicians Formula instead because it is as good, but just more affordable. I'm just letting you know, but I still think that that one is really good. I also used up a Super Brow Defining Pencil from Yensa. This one was great. Oh, I'm losing everything. This one was one of those, you know, oh, well, I can't twist it up more because it's out, but this one is a great color. I think I got like a blonde or something. Yes, this one is in blonde. It's a beautiful, light, ashy blonde color that looks not too warm in the brows. Beautiful formula. I really liked it. And since you twist it up, it also had like an end that was like thinner, so you could draw in some hairs. It is creamy, but not too creamy. It's a perfect like formula. I really enjoyed this one. Really, really, really like this one. I don't know exactly where you can get this. I know it's sold at a department store. Again, I will link it down below. If you're looking for a new brow pencil and you want to try a different brand and not go for the typical ABH or the typical Benefit, these were great. Speaking of ABH though, I also gone through a brow definer, and this one is also one of those that's like the triangle. I wonder how much product are in both of these. This one is also in blonde, also great blonde color. I like having my brows not too dark because I'm using another ABH brow pencil now, also in blonde, and as you can see, it's like a dark blonde color that's not too warm. So the one from ABH has 0.2 grams and the one from Yensa has 0.35 grams. So you're almost getting 50% more in this one. I'm wondering how the price difference is, but I'm just letting you know. If they are approximately the same price, get the Yensa one. It is as good, but just more product. I also have gone through 2 eyeliners. I know, who am I? I was the person that didn't do eyeliners for years, and now I've been getting more into them. I'm even wearing an eyeliner today. I'm wearing the Macro Blade from Natasha Denona today because I've gone through the ones that I've been using. This is the Chucky eyeliner from Glamlite. This one is so good. It's such a small little one, but you have to buy this as a duo together with the like pen. Do you call it? Yeah, eyeliner pen. I don't go through those in black at all. This one is great though. I wish I could only buy this one. It's so small. It's so good. I really love it. And I also really love this one from Benefit. This is probably the last PR package I ever got from Benefit before they wanted me to sign a contract to get PR where I promised to post at least a couple of times a month with their products. I'm like, absolutely not. I am not signing a contract like that. PR should not be coming with contracts. So I was not signing that. So they stopped sending me PR, which is perfectly fine. Still love this one. I actually might repurchase this one too. This is the Their Real Extreme Precision Liner. And this is a really good eyeliner pencil. I really like this one a lot. This is a brush liner and I really did enjoy it, but it dried out. I used up all of it. Might even see myself repurchasing this one because it is a really good eyeliner. Because the one I'm using now, I need to see, do I still have a brush eyeliner? Because I prefer brush eyeliners, and this one is a brush eyeliner, and I'm fairly sure that this one is too. Yeah, this one is too, so maybe that's why I went through them. The Macro Liner by Natasha Denona is a really good eyeliner. I mean, it's what I have on my, it's good, it's precise, but that one is not a brush tip. So maybe I will repurchase. I also went through one of the Colourpop Freckle pens. I love this product. I think it's absolutely amazing. I already have opened another one. I had a backup. So if you're looking for an affordable freckle pen, I definitely recommend the ones from Colourpop. They're really good. Oh, I also apparently have gone through a brow product from Benefit. I think this one is in 2.5. Yes, 2.5, which is also like a good blonde. Again, yeah, of course. Why am I doing that? It's out. It's in my empties. Why am I trying to show you something? Sometimes I feel like I left my brain on snooze somewhere in another room and it's like, let me show you the product. It's Empties, baby. We're out. But this is a really good pen. I will say I prefer the ones that have a triangle because I like to fill in more at the end and then be able to draw like some lines in the beginning. So these are nice, but if I can choose, I prefer the ones that are triangle because it fits more the way that I do my brows. I go, almost poke my eye out. I go through these a little too often. And then, is this the last product? This might be the last product. This, my favorite eye primer. This is the only eye primer I use unless I'm out. But and sometimes, of course, I try new primers. People release new primers and I always test them against this one. This is the Sigma eyeshadow primer stick and I have mine in Ignite. And as you can see, I've like really dug into this one. It's the primer that I have on today. This is the primer that 99 times out of 100, when you see me doing eye looks, either here in Get Ready With Me's, on TikTok, on Instagram, I'm always using this one. Absolutely love it. This one, I think I might have gotten in PR. I might have bought it myself because usually Sigma knows that this is my favorite. So I will say I'm very blessed that Sigma does send me restocks every now and then. But if they don't send me a restock and I'm out, I'll buy it myself. So I bought so many of these throughout the year. You have no idea. I do have a code with Sigma. My code is per usual and Jeshka. You can get 10% buying these. They did actually recently send me a package with 3 of these. So I do have another one. This is the one that I'm using right now. It's always at hand because I'm always using these. This is my favorite primer. This is very creamy and it is full opacity. And I will say when I go in, I dot a couple of dots and then I blend it out with a brush. I use my own FO2 from Cinch Beauty to blend it out. That's perfect to blend out primers. Don't use too much. Don't use too much. This is one of those products. Do a thin layer. It will still cover the veins. It will still give you a canvas. And I do not set this with powder before I go in and start working with eyeshadows. It makes your eyeshadows pop and like they layer perfectly and they don't crease and they stay all day without being sticky or tacky, which is what I'm looking for. I cannot recommend this primer enough. I've been using it for years. And that was everything. Let me put everything back in the basket. Let me know, did I mention any of your favorites? Do you agree with me with these things? Have you gone through anything as of late? And now I need to go and buy that new mascara. Listen, I missed that mascara. I want a new one. I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day. As you're watching this video, I'm actually traveling back home from Seattle. I might already be in Austin as you're seeing this. I have no idea about my travel schedule anymore. It is wild out there, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check the description box for more info. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you again probably Wednesday for a new video. Bye.